On July 29th, Schlitterbahn Water Park in Galveston, Texas, put out some very interesting updates to their website. So with the Schlitterbahn Water Park, since it is a property of Cedar Fair has the all-park passport. So that's how they get to, if you have a pass, how you can get to all their different parks. So what Cedar Fair did with this is they put on a new addition to the all-park passport. Now you can go to the Six Flags parks as well, starting January 6, 2025. So yeah, of course, Six Flags merged with Cedar Fair on July 1st. So a lot of people were wondering, is, there going to be an all-park season pass? And they were like, when is this going to happen? So, of course, they did that the other day. And then the day after that, July the 30th, they, on all of the Six Flags and Cedar Fair park websites, you can do this all season, add-on for all of the Six Flags and Cedar Fair legacy parks. You can get to all of them. So, of course, this isn't valid until 2025. So I'm just going to be giving my opinions on what I think, what's going to happen, and overall just what they're going to, how they're going to release this. So, of course, my opinion is that it's definitely interesting that they started releasing this with Schlitterbahn. I don't know. They probably just did it to honestly troll people, just like, we'll do this just to hint at it, because not a lot of people know about Schlitterbahn. Honestly, it's probably, overall, all of the Six Flags properties, probably the most forgettable. Like, you think of all the other ones, and that's like Schlitterbahn. Yeah, you definitely forget about it. But I think they're just doing that, releasing it with a small park, so then people are like, oh, this is actually happening. And I was honestly surprised to see the day after that they released it on the Six Flags and Cedar Fair park websites. So it's definitely interesting that they're going the route of doing the all Six Flags, the new Six Flags company, all park season pass is with the Cedar Fair all-park passport. It's definitely interesting how they did that and not just do, like, a membership. So the question is, with the Six Flags legacy parks, will they keep the passes and memberships how they are now, and, letting you get into the legacy Six Flags parks? And then, if you buy an add-on all-park passport, you can also get to the legacy Cedar Fair parks. So it's definitely interesting to see what will happen. In my opinion, they might do that for the first year or so. Of course, with the Cedar Fair, it'll just be all park passport. You can get to all the legacy Six Flags, all the legacy Cedar Fair parks. But I think with the Six Flags parks, they'll just do the season passes how they are now, and then if you want to get an add-on to get to the legacy Cedar Fair parks, you can do that. So that'll definitely be an interesting. Another thing is the dining plans, the skip the line systems, and the drink plans. For now, they're separate between the two legacy chains. So I think they're probably going to keep it like that for the first few years, and then eventually, do something where it's all of the parks, which is definitely interesting because, like, say you get a pass that only lets you into one park. You don't necessarily want to pay all the money to be able to get the food, the drinks, the fast passes to all of the parks. You just want to get it for your home park. But I'm sure they'll figure that out, and that's something I honestly don't care about. I'm not really going to dive deep into that in this video. But that is my opinion personally on what I think is going to happen. And then over the years, you're just going to slowly rule things out, and then, basically all of the new Six Flags parks, the legacy Cedar Fair, the legacy Six Flags, they will all seem exactly the same, and, it is what it is, and I'm sure that, they'll slowly release different things, the all-park season pass, the, all-park dining, all-park drink plan, and all that stuff. And another interesting thing is with the speedy parking. What are they going to do with that? Are they going to implement that at the Cedar Fair parks? I personally think that they're just going to keep it at the Six Flags parks, and then down the line they'll unveil it at the Cedar Fair parks. It definitely works at Great Adventure, the speedy parking. You know, you just go right through, and it works for us. But at Six Flags America, it doesn't work. We have to show them our pass. We have to scan it. The speedy parking does not work. It's a mess there. So hopefully they get that ironed out, and I think they'll wait to do that. Another interesting thing is with the park apps. So of course, right now, Six Flags, it's just one app for all the parks, and then whichever parks you're closest to, it'll switch to that, and then you can manually switch it over if you're not close to the park. And then with Cedar Fair, each park has its own app, which there's pros and cons to both things. There's pros, you know, to having each app for each park, you know, then they can, you know, do more things and, you know, make it more customized to each park. But then you have to have, you know, over 10 apps just for parks, and, you know, it's not really that convenient. So definitely, you know, I think down the line they will do all one park app, but just for now they'll keep it, the Cedar Fair parks app separate, and then the Six Flags parks, all of the parks are in one app, and you just switch. And then down the line, I think they will add all the parks. But just for now, like I've said, they're gonna slowly start rolling out different updates, different you know, changes to the parks and the chain over time. They're gonna do one thing at a time, which that's good, because, you know, overall people just don't like change, and it's good to slowly roll out things. I mean, you know, some things are bad, and it's good to change things, but overall it's just good to, you know, slowly roll out things, and definitely to test it and see what's the best. So I think that's what they're gonna do, and, you know, overall, like I've said many times in this video, they're just gonna slowly be rolling out to different things. And another thing to think about is the Six Flags memberships. Of course, they have the legacy memberships, which I personally think that those are just going to be, you know, they're not going to cancel the people that have those, because I'm not sure how many people have them. I know a good amount of people, but eventually people are going to be canceling them, and there's not going to be many people, and there's not enough people that have them to make it like they're losing money. And then with the Six Flags Plus, of course, you can still buy it, but I really think that they're gonna get rid of it in a few years. As for, you know, people that already have it, I personally think that, you know, it's definitely confusing that, you know, think what are they going to do with the Six Flags Plus membership. But overall, they're probably just, you know, like I said with the legacy, keep the people that have it. I don't think a ton of people have the Six Flags Plus. A lot of people have Diamond and the Gold and I forget what the other one is. But not a lot of people have Six Flags Plus, which is kind of surprising. It is cheap, but really you don't get a ton of benefits. Of course, you get the, you know, priority entrance, you get admission to all the parks, but really you can get that with the Diamond pass, and you can get more. Really, the only advantage is, you know, the low price, of course. But, you know, I think they'll probably, you know, get rid of it when they roll out the 2025 passes, which Six Flags is doing soon. They said, you know, in a few weeks or so. So we'll definitely have to see what they do. I'll definitely be keeping an eye on their website to see when they roll out the 2025 passes to see what happens. But overall, we just have to wait and see. But yeah, overall, I think they're going to be slowly rolling out different things within the new Six Flags chain and slowly change things throughout each park. And hopefully, the Six Flags parks, the food and the you know, experience in the park gets as good as the Cedar Fair parks. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. See you in the next one.